Hello, let's continue our Sudoku adventure with Downvote by Toir. So I did take a break, sick days from Sudoku adventure. I had a really bad flu. I'm still recovering. My mind is not 100%, so forgive me if I miss. These are live solves. I do try to make them walkthroughs, but they are also live solves. So if I miss anything obvious, I can blame it on that for a little bit. All right. Would never have happened earlier. Anyway, let's go over the rest of this puzzle. These are index lines, which we have seen once before. We'll go over them carefully. So first of all, we do have normal 6x6 Sudoku rules. So in each row, each column, and each 2x3 box, we are placing the digits 1 to 6 exactly once each. We also have index lines in the grid. So these index lines, let's just go through the rules carefully here. On an index line, the digit in the nth cell along the line, we start at the diamond and we count the nth cell along. So this is the first cell, second cell, third cell, fourth cell. So the digit that goes in there indicates the position along the line where the digit n appears. So an example is 3, 2, 1, 4 is a valid line. So what is this 3 telling us? Well, it's in the first position. And so the first position tells us where the 1 is. Well, where is the 1? On this line? Well, the 1 is in the third position, so that's why there's a 3 there. This tells us where, because it's in the second position, it tells us where the 2 is. The digit in it is a 2, so it sort of self-references. Self-reference is always possible. And so it tells us the 2 is in the second slot, which is true. It is in the second slot. This 1 here is kind of pairing up with the 3 in a way, because it's telling us where the 3 is, because it's the third slot. It tells us where the 3 is. Well, the 3 is in the first slot. That's why there's a 1 there. And then this fourth slot tells us where the 4 goes. Well, the 4 is in the fourth slot. That's why there's a 4 there. Right. So the 2 and the 4 are self-referencing, and the 1 and the 3 kind of pair up. All right. And that's it. Those are the rules. There's a link in the description if you'd like to try the puzzle yourself. And I'm going to get started right now. All right. So I think there are 2 really important insights for index lines before we even get started on anything. The first insight is you cannot put a digit larger than the length of the line on the line. If I try to put a 5 here, then by definition of the line, it's telling me there's a 1 in the 5th slot, but there isn't a 5th slot. So that's not even a valid assertion. So we cannot put a 5 there. That's not going to work. In addition to that, we don't end up repeating any digits. So because this is a 4-length line, we're going to end up with 1, 2, 3, 4 exactly once each. Why is that? Well, whatever digit I put in a slot, like let's say that this slot tells me where the 1 is. If there was more than 1, there'd have to be 2 digits in it. And just to prove that, if I try to put a 1 here and a 1 here, well, I guess 1 here, Sudoku would allow that, right? But this is telling me because it's the second slot. Sorry, the other way around. This needs to tell us where the 1 goes. It goes in 2 and 4. I would need both a 2 and a 4 here. And if I tried to omit that, or I guess what's another good way to kind of consider this? Right, because we actually want to consider this backwards here, or not backwards, but the other way that I was thinking is this is in the second slot. The 1 here is telling us that the 2 goes in the first slot. This is in the fourth slot. The 1 is telling us that the 4 goes in the first slot, right? So no matter how you think about it, we would need both a 2 and a 4 in this slot, and we can't do that. So we're never going to repeat digits. They're either going to pair up, right, where 2 cells point at each other, or it's going to self-reference. And those are the only options within the line. So anyway, this is from 1, 2, 3, 4 because it's a 4-length line. And I'm immediately noticing that means these 2 cells here cannot be 1, 2, 3, 4. They see the entire line, right? Kind of standard geometry stuff here. Another way to think about that is where do these 2 digits go in this column? Well, they don't go here and they don't repeat on the line. They go up here, giving us a 1, 2, 3, 4 quadruple. Either way, that makes this 5, 6. How long is this line? 1, 2. This is a 5-length line, so we can't actually put a 6 on it, as we talked about. That's a 5, and then this tells us where the 1 goes, so the 1 immediately goes there. So that's our 6. That's not a 1. All right. There's a 6 up here somewhere. So this is hopefully a 6-length line. Yeah, this is a 6-length line, so it has all of 1 through 6. So the 1 looking down here actually tells us that there's a 1 in one of these 2, because the line needs a 1 on it. It's not for the box, it's for the line. And so that means these can't be 1, meaning one of these is a 1. Well, if one of these 2 is a 1, this tells us where the 1 goes, and it's certainly not going in the 2 slot, so it's going in 3 or 4. Okay. And that means this isn't a 1 either. The pointing ones. What else do I have? This is a 2, 3, 4 triple. So we're always going to have, I mean, these could all self-reference. We're going to have an odd number of self-references, right? Because like I said, they always pair up, like this 5 and 1 pair up. The 5 immediately places the 1, which immediately points back at the 5. You're always going to end up with a pair up or a self-reference. So one of these will self-reference at least. Either this is a 2, this is a 3, or this is a 4, or it goes 2, 3, 4 exactly. I don't know if I can use that, but it's interesting. But it does mean, okay, so this can't be 1 or 6 because we have them marked up here. They're not 2, 3, 4, so this has to be the 5. So now where's 5 in this? 5 is in one of these two. And so that tells us, so the 5th slot, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This slot tells us where the 5 goes. It's in 1 or 2, but it can't be a 1. So this is our 2, and that places the 5 there. So the 2 and the 5 pair up. So we're down to 1, 3, 4, 6. Well, okay, this can't be 1 or 6. This is 3, 4 only. Oh, okay, so this can't be a 6 because there's already a 6 on the line, meaning the 1 isn't allowed to go there. I could have seen that earlier. That's kind of a hard spot, but the 1's not actually allowed to go here. We put a 6 there, but there's already a 6 on this line here. A little confusing, but so the 6 for the box is here, which happens to also put the 6 on the line, meaning the rest of the line can't be 6, meaning this can't be a 1 because it would put a 6 there. So this has to be the 1, and that's in 1, 2, 3, 4. So that places the 4 in the 1 slot. So that places a 4 here. Okay, so these 2 3s could point at each other, or they could self-reference. I don't think we know which way they go. We do know the column finishes with a 6. We know this column finishes with a 6, and that puts a 3 here. And now this whole line's done. Gives us the 4, which places the 1 there. Gives us the 2, which places the 3 there. That's 2 and 4. That's 2 and 3. Right. So they ended up all self-referencing. 2, 3, 4. Nice. All right. This is a 1, 6 pair. That's our 6. That's our 1. This is a 3. This is a 2 and a 5. Box finishes with a 4. Here we need a 1 and a 3. Not resolved. Let's just go box by box. We need 2, 4. Oh, the 2 is placed. Should just be looking more carefully. The 4 is also placed. We need 5, 6. Yeah, this 6 tells us that. All right. Where's our 1? Or everything but 1, 3 should be placed immediately. So the 5 and the 6 are placed. And that places the 1 and the 3 as well, giving us the 1 and 3, and we're done. All right, neat puzzle, Toir. It flowed really nicely, like starting with this 1, 2, 3, 4, making this a 5, 6 pair, but this couldn't actually be a 6 because of the line. As long as you have those 2 insights about index lines, I think you're good. Maybe the third insight of them always pairing up or self-referencing is just helpful to complete, but not super necessary to understand. As long as you understand that you can't repeat digits and you can't put higher digits. Yeah, really nice. All right. Well, I hope you enjoyed that as well. If you did, then why not leave a like, subscribe, and a kind comment below.